Welcome back, everybody, to ZealZaddy. Thank you, Jake, for doing all this crazy cool stuff today. Now we're going to actually play a game. We're going to play Pandemic. We're going to play two-player Pandemic. Pray for us. Two-player against all the disease in the world is a rough go.
It's a big world for two people to conquer.
Before we get started, I just want to remind you to follow us on social. We're on everything is ZealZaddy. If you go to YouTube, if you go down to the doobly-doo on the bottom, you'll see a link to our YouTube station. And you can click that, it'll take you to it. You can follow us there. All of our streams of board games, our role-playing game streams, all of them get moved over to that sometime during the week. Usually on Monday or Tuesday, I'm doing all the exports to get them over there. Board games, I kind of spread them out over the week so people have a little bit of time to catch each one, maybe talk about it. This one should be interesting and epic since it's, two against the world.
Yeah.
This is a game where having more players tends to be better. Fewer players makes it very tough because these disease, the outbreaks are rapid when there's so few of you. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold today. So I think I want to talk to Jake about the tactics about a tactic first. Before we get started, my thought is actually, I think we could wipe out yellow immediately.
Yeah.
We can get there and just get rid of it ASAP. Because it's the only one, there's only one of them on the board.
Yes. What we're going to have to do, this area, so
I know that's the hot
East
spot.
Asia and the Middle East area, it's going to be pretty bad. I think that what we should try to do is build a research center over here so that we can fly back and forth.
Agreed.
The other thing that's important to remember for those of you guys who've never played Pandemic before, there's some lines over here on the sides of the board. So between like Sydney or Manila, and you'll see that it's written right next to that, that those lines actually connect to cities on the opposite side of the board. So for example, Sydney connects to LA, Manila connects to San Francisco, Tokyo also connects to San Francisco. So that means that this side of the board really is not as far away from the starting position in the game as it would otherwise appear to be. On your first turn, it's very easy to go from Atlanta to Tokyo or Manila. San Francisco connects to both of those cities. So from Atlanta, it's Chicago, San Francisco, Tokyo, or Chicago, San Francisco, and then Manila. A lot of people tend to feel like the two opposing sides of the board are really far from each other. And so when I've played this game a lot, I've seen people build research centers like over here in Taipei. And for me, there just doesn't seem to be a reason to build a research center over here.
Right, it's center of the hard spots.
Yeah, so tactically, I guess from a strategy standpoint, I always try and build research centers in areas that are very difficult to get to. So Tehran is always a good one because it's very much in the center of the board, kind of away from places. Lagos is also a good one to build one because it connects Africa and South America, and there's really no other good way to get between these areas other than going from Lagos to Sao Paulo. So those are just recommendations, I guess, suggestions of things that I've done. One of the other things is, if you watched my earlier live stream where I went through and explained how to play Pandemic, you'll notice that this board looks very, very similar to that video. It's because it's the same setup as that video. We're just going to play now. The only difference being we're playing with 2 players instead of 4 players, which is how I had set it up previously. So the only difference between 2 players and 4 players is A, you have less players on the board, and B, instead of starting with 2 cards in everyone's hand, both players just start with four cards in our hands. So you can see what our hands are. Again, this is a cooperative game, so there's really no need to hide our cards from each other.
Yep. So one of the things that also came up in my hand is I have event government grant. Play anytime, not an action. add 1 research station to any city, no city card needed. So one thing we could do is, if we could I could give you the card while we're together.
Mm-hmm.
I could go try and take care of this
Mm-hmm.
while you head out there, and you can instantly drop a research center.
You can just play that card on any turn. It doesn't have to be your turn.
We should just put it out there.
Yeah, you can read the card again.
Add 1 research station to any city, no city card needed. But don't you have to be in the city to do it?
I'm not sure. You may need to be in the city.
That's what I was saying. Maybe we could swap cards. You can go hit the North Africa, Middle East area, which is one of the fastest, nastiest outbreak areas.
I am actually not sure whether or not you have to be in the city to use that card. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I need to look this up. It's government grant.
Event, government grant. Play anytime, not an action.
Pandemic.
I mean, if it really doesn't need me to be there, I can just drop it at the beginning of the game and say, put it right there.
Exactly.
Lagos, or whichever one we want to do. Not Lagos, we're going to do Tehran. Tehran's. Now, I've only played the game a couple of times, so everybody knows. And they were all on the same day about a month or a month and a half ago. But it was a lot of fun. We never won. The world was brought to its knees to all the diseases in each one of them. It is not an easy game to win. It's a cooperative game, which, when you win together, it feels good. When you lose together, it feels the opposite in bad.
Yeah. I does not say whether or not
exciting.
So far I haven't.
And I do like a lot of cooperative games. I've seen some that I think are not great, but go on.
It's any city, so you don't need to currently be in that city. You can just play the card. It doesn't cost you anything. If the makers, if the creators of the game are watching, correct me because I might be an idiot, but you don't have to be in that city to play this card. So that's definitely something that we should do.
Yeah,
play
right
that.
away.
Probably put it either in Tehran or Baghdad.
Probably Baghdad, because everything's centered around it.
Yeah. I'd say the only other thing.
I'll do it on my turn, though.
You can play at any time. It doesn't have to be on anyone's turn. The only other thing that we should do before we start playing is talk about who we are.
Yeah. You're going to go first, so you go first.
So if you watched the tutorial video earlier, you may notice that there are role cards. So we have randomly selected our roles, and I am the scientist.
So where they can see it.
How do I put it?
Yeah, good idea.
So I am the scientist.
And I'm the medic.
So the scientist has a really awesome ability. And the ability is you only need 4 cards of the same color to do the discover a cure action instead of 5, which makes it a lot easier to discover cures, which is how you win the game. So the medic, we got lucky. So when you're playing this game, you're supposed to randomly assign the roles to people. A lot of people.
Oh, somebody.
Someone tried to
spam
all
caps.
caps. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. No all caps. People do it all the time. It makes the stream look really hard to read. So.
The medic is a really good role.
Yeah.
A lot of times people will play the game and will choose who they want to be. According to the rules, you're supposed to randomly assign the roles. Medic, we got super lucky. Medic has 2 really awesome abilities. Scott, why don't you read what
the
they
first is it'll remove all cubes of one color when doing treat disease, rather than 1 cube. The medic is awesome.
Big deal.
The second is it automatically removes cubes of cured diseases from the city you're in and prevents them from being placed there. So while you're there, that city gets no diseases, and you clear out the diseases while you're there.
And what that means from a gameplay mechanics standpoint is you don't have to use, once you've cured a disease, you don't have to use the treat disease action to remove diseases of that color. As soon as you step into a city that has a cured disease color in it, the cubes are automatically removed from the board.
Actually, that, I think, changes the tactic. We should actually go to Washington and eliminate all of them there in one fell swoop, and blue will be off the board.
So
and then go to.
why don't you do that?
Right.
You can create the research station in Baghdad. I'll go over here and start trying to clean this out.
Yep. But you go first.
Okay, so I will.
Before we start,
Okay,
I'm going to put a research station on at any time, so I don't even have to wait.
Where do you want to build it?
Let's put it there in Baghdad.
Okay, so we're gonna put a research
Drop
station.
in the center of all those diseases wrapping around the Middle East and North Africa.
Yeah, that doesn't look very good.
Where's my discard? I mean, just put it off to the side.
Actually, it doesn't look like your discard pile. Okay, so I'm gonna take my turn. So first thing I do, 4 actions. So I'm gonna use my first action to fly from Atlanta.
Which one are you?
The white one. I'm gonna fly from Atlanta to Baghdad. So that's 1 action. I'm going to. I actually feel like I have to get over here. So I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4. I want to try and get over to these reds to try and eliminate some of those. So that's 4. So that's the first part of my player turn. 4 actions. Then I draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, neither of them was an epidemic, so I just add them to my hand. I like to organize my hand so that I match things by color.
So you know which part of the world they're from. They're all color coded by part of the world.
And you have to, and remember, I'm a scientist. I have to discard 4 of the same color, and then I cure that disease. So I like to know how many of each color I have. And then you can never have more than 7 cards in your hand. So if I, on my next turn, draw 2, I'll have to discard something. Okay, now that I've done that, it's time to infect. So our infection rate tracker is at 2. So I draw 2 cards. So Tokyo and Lima both get a token. So Tokyo gets red and Lima gets yellow. Okay. This is not the scariest part of the game. It's definitely the scariest part of the game. Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to move to Washington, following the line. When I'm in there, I can remove all the cubes of one color when doing treat disease. So I will remove, I'm going to treat disease as the medic. So all the blue are eliminated. And oddly, there's no blue left.
We still have to cure it.
I know, but it's...
But that's good. Except one.
One less hassle. Draw 2.
You still have 2 more actions. So that was 1 action to move, 1 action to cure, and then you can have 2 more actions.
1, and I'll move to the top. Yeah, grab 2 cards. Hopefully there's nothing horrible.
Oh,
Epidemic.
that's horrible.
Okay.
Okay. So
One.
draw your other card.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shoot. Damn.
that's not good.
2 epidemics, so... You know what we were talking about earlier? all gone bad already. In
Okay,
one
so
turn.
we'll do.
So move the infection rate marker forward 1 space, except this time it's 2 spaces.
Yeah. I want to even see what happens if you get. Oh, I guess
Draw.
we got the epidemics out of the way.
Yep, draw the bottom card from the infection deck.
Yep. So let's go up to here.
And put 3 cubes on that city, and then discard that card.
Well, I think we have to do each one of these individually.
So Atlanta
will get 3 cubes. So increased, infected.
And then do it again for the
No,
next.
no, we gotta do each one of these individually.
Oh yeah.
So these will get
Right.
okay, these go on the top of here, and then Seoul and Bogota will both get additional cubes. Okay.
1 or 3.
1. Okay, and now the next one happens.
Right, do it again.
Now, Ho Chi Minh gets 3.
I have a city for that.
That's good,
It's useful, but
because this is about to be an
about to blow
outbreak.
up.
Ho Chi. Oh wow, this is not going to be good. Ho Chi Minh gets 3. I don't know how this is going to happen. This is going to be bad.
Yeah.
This is going to be really bad. Remember we talked about how bad this game is?
It's just all the world of microbes against a couple, against a medic and a scientist.
Okay. Now I draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Soul. Okay, so we're going to have an outbreak.
Yeah. Yeah. Asia's about to blow up. We need to get.
And Ho Chi Minh. Okay, so
Here's our first outbreak.
Ho Chi Minh has an outbreak.
So explain what happens.
So when you have an outbreak, you can never have more than 3 of any colored cube on a city. What happens when you do is you have an outbreak. So what you do is you put 1 cube of that color in all of the surrounding areas. So we're going to have to move the outbreak tracker down 1.
Yep.
So Ho Chi Minh had an outbreak, which means Manila and Hong Kong both get 1. The problem is that Bangkok and Jakarta can't get 1 each. So there's 2 more outbreaks. So Bangkok has an outbreak. Hong Kong will get a 2nd cube. And Chennai will get a cube. And then Jakarta can't take any more. So Chennai will get a 2nd cube. And Sydney will get a cube.
Wow.
Yeah, that's bad. And we're almost out of red cubes.
And so these
Those go away.
go away.
Goodbye.
That was epically bad.
Yeah.
Is there anything left for me to do? There's nothing left for me to do.
Nope, that's it.
So we've just completed turn 1, and half the world's about to just die off if we don't do something. I don't even know if we can do anything enough already. Wow.
We discovered cure at any research station. Yep. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I have Ho Chi Minh City. I can fly there after I clear out Bogota. I'll fly.
You now have to do your normal infection. Bogota gets a yellow. Lima gets a yellow. Now it's the end of your turn.
Bogota. Well, I might clear out here and then fly over there and clear there
Perfect.
on my turn.
Perfect. I'm going to try to... I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah.
Eesh. Okay, I'm going to go to Bangkok, treat disease.
How many moves is that?
So 1 action,
2
treat
actions.
disease. Jakarta, treat disease. That's 4 actions.
Okay.
I know you're going to go to Ho Chi Minh,
Yes.
so I'll let you clear that out. We got to get the soul as well. Actually, I could have done that in reverse. I can go from Chennai to Jakarta, treat disease, then to Bangkok,
Right,
treat
you're more in the
disease,
center.
and then go back towards Seoul. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do instead. And then
Wow.
draw 2 cards.
No epidemics, please.
Johannesburg and Paris. So 7. And Paris. I'm going to discard Tehran.
Okay.
Now I have 7. And then I infect. Atlanta has an outbreak. So we gotta move the outbreak tracker. This is not good, guys. We're doing bad. Dude with the Apple Watch is killing it. I'm outside the door.
Oh, somebody was watching from over there.
Thanks.
So
Thank you, fellow citizen.
all right, so I gotta drop them. Tell me where I
Every
All
line
of them?
connecting to
1,
Atlanta.
2, 3.
So Chicago.
Miami gets one.
Yep.
Washington gets one.
and Chicago.
And
gets
Chicago gets one.
You can come in.
And it's it.
Come join us.
Come sit.
I bring gifts.
You bring gifts.
How you doing?
Come join us. We have a guest.
The next player.
Oh, a new challenger entered the game. All right. Here you go.
Yeah, Scott.
I'm Matt. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm
Have
Jake.
you played this?
Hey, Jake.
Have you played this?
I have not. Where did you guys? Oh, Plandemic. I played this
Plandemic.
once.
Yeah. It's cooperative death of the earth while you futilely try and save everyone.
Cooperative death.
You try to stop it, but like
It doesn't work.
it's
No?
it's
Okay.
so hard to stop.
Okay. I can
Especially
fail. This is
multiplayer.
good. All right. We can do this.
Yeah, we cooperatively fail. So on my turn, I'm going to treat disease first thing.
All right.
Wipe that. So that's one action, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to go to Atlanta. I'm going to go to Lima. No, if I cure diseases there, I'll use all my actions.
So
I'm going to fly
What you do?
instead.
You cured disease in
Right.
Bogota.
Yes,
So that's 1.
that's 1.
Okay.
So I think I need to go to Ho Chi Minh City now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my card to go to Ho Chi
Okay.
Minh City. Can you put me over Ho Chi Minh City? That's 2
So-
actions. Wipe them all out in Ho Chi Minh City.
3.
And then that's all my.
What do we have going on in the chat?
Oh, that's
Or people actually. I invited a few people
that's
to
the
come
bot
watch.
saying thing.
Good.
Yeah, there's people watching. That's cool. So I'm going to draw my cards. Hopefully there's nothing horrible. Okay, I got Santiago. So go ahead and get back over there, and Kinshasa. Okay, nice. So after that.
What was your 4th action? 1.
Oh, you're right. I
1,
need to. I
2,
can move
3.
somewhere.
Where do you want to go?
Probably. Which way are you gonna go?
That I was gonna go to Seoul,
Actually, I'll empty out. Where
but I feel like I
treat
must.
disease there.
You gotta move. So you're gonna
Oh.
go. You're gonna meet me in the same city.
Oh, that's right. I'm red. I thought I was white.
Do you have a yellow card?
I do. We can switch, swap them.
No, we can't. You can only swap for the city you're in. If you go to Manila,
Yeah, go.
I can give you Manila.
Well, there's a Thrilla in Manila.
I have Beijing. Yeah, no. You know, my experience has always been that share knowledge is kind of a useless thing. Whatever.
You know, kind of like out of context, that actually sounds really bad.
What, trade knowledge?
Sharing knowledge is a useless thing.
Okay. So you're gonna go.
Yeah, send me. I need to go where I can cure a lot at once.
Go towards Seoul.
So head me one more up towards Seoul.
Okay, so you're gonna go.
So I'm gonna go.
You go 1,
then-
treat disease, 2, 3, treat disease.
Yes, and I get 2 cards. I get Kinshasa and Santiago.
Okay, cool. It's my turn. So I will do 4 actions. I'm gonna let you treat East Asia.
Yeah.
I'll go 1, 2, 3.
We do have a
4.
problem here in Atlanta too that we can't let go too long.
Let's see. Where was I? I was in Bangkok. I'm gonna go back to Chicago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to Chicago. Okay, I draw 2. That's it. 1, 2. Yeah, buddy. Now I can.
You have 4 of the same color.
I have 4 of the same color.
You're
So
close to
once I can
blue.
get to Atlanta, I can eradicate. I can get rid of that disease. I have to discard 2 cards. I'll discard my 2 red cards. My next turn, I can cure the blue disease, which means that all you'll have to do is walk over blue, and it goes away.
Yeah.
Instead of having to actually use the treat disease action. Okay, so that's that, and now I infect
Probably no infection.
Washington and Jakarta. Whew, Jakarta is back at 3.
So as each of these gets a cube, that's an outbreak of a disease. And there's basically 4 strains. There's the blue strain, the gray strain, the red strain, the yellow strain. If they get to 3, it means you have a real outbreak in the city, and if it gets called again, then it starts spreading to all the ones that are connected by a line to them. And if it can't, and if those are full, then it bounces further, and it just keeps going. That's why there's so much red. This is turn 2.
Yeah, you guys are mean to like Asia. I mean, like this is a lot going on over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got hit with 2 epidemics in the first turn. Both of them were just brutal. Dropping the pain.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're done?
I am done.
Okay, I'm gonna treat disease there. Then move me to.
I would just move to Seoul. I know that you have 2 here, but I would say treat 1, 2, 3. Actually, you can.
Right, because I can do both.
Treat.
That's 2.
2, 3. Treat.
Right. Yes.
2, 3.
And
Treat.
those are out. That's it. That's all my actions.
Yeah.
But then I will draw my 2 cards.
Don't get an epidemic.
Event forecast. So draw, look at, and rearrange the top 6 cards of the infection deck. Put them back on top. I'll probably do that in a moment. And then I get soul.
Oh, okay. Which is very good.
So let me see the top 6. I'm going to do that now. Why don't we put the really problematic ones out of reach?
5, 6.
So let's just lay them out and just do it together. We're going to rearrange these. Okay. Algiers hasn't been hit yet. Tehran is empty. No, it's not.
Tehran has 2.
Okay, Tokyo. What has Tokyo got?
Tokyo has 1.
1. Okay, what about Karachi?
Karachi has 2.
Pakistan has 2. That's a 2 for Bangkok.
Bangkok has 2.
2. Cairo.
Cairo has 2. This is not good.
Tehran.
Tehran has 2.
Algiers.
Algiers has 2. Algiers has 1.
1. Okay. So Algiers, how many lines connect out from Algiers?
4.
Okay, that's actually a bad one. They can hit 4 places if it gets full. Tokyo, how many come out of Tokyo?
4.
Those are equally bad. Although Asia's a lot. No, Asia's actually getting. Yeah, they're all bad. Okay, how many come out of Bangkok?
How many come out? 5.
That's one at the bottom.
And one of them is Jakarta, which would then cause an outbreak.
And what about Karachi?
Karachi has 2, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines coming out of it.
Okay. Cairo.
Cairo has 2, and it has 1, 2, 5 lines coming out of it. None of these are good. We're in a bad situation, folks.
In Cairo.
How do you win this game?
By curing all the diseases.
And Tehran.
Okay.
Tehran has 4 lines coming out of it.
So it's slightly better than those. All right, so that's the new order. Tokyo is getting hit next, and then Algiers.
So put them in whatever the reverse order is that you have. There you go. So that when they go on top, they don't get drawn. They get drawn properly.
Don't worry, that was almost not worth what happened.
Okay.
Yes, we're all praying for Asia. But no,
Pray for
really
That was me.
The Middle East is looking a little at the moment too.
Okay, so you drew your 2 cards, you played your forecast, and now you have to draw your 2 infection cards.
Yep. Let's see what we get.
Tokyo. Oh wow, who would have guessed that one? And Algiers.
Yeah. At least we didn't.
So you want to do here, actually. It's the gray one. Wow, man, you're getting it hard. I'm gonna go pure blue though.
The problem is nobody cares. There's only 2 of us. We got no funding.
No funding. AmeriCorps.
Your turn.
The Peace Corps is telling us that they ran out of funding. They don't have enough volunteers.
Yeah, at this pace, I mean, we went down outbreaks 4 in the span of 1.5 turns.
This is not good. Okay, but you know what is good? I'm gonna move to Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm gonna discard these 4 cards to cure blue.
Nice. So all these go away too.
Nope.
Because you're there.
Well, that only happens for you because you're the medic.
Okay.
So I cure the disease, so I move the little marker up
It
to
cannot
show that
come
I
back.
cured it. Now I can treat disease on Atlanta, which will remove all 3.
Right. That's
Because when you treat
your
disease of a disease that you've cured, you remove all of the cubes.
right.
And then
Done something good.
I will fly to Baghdad. That's the end of my turn.
I'm very proud of you for protecting freedom.
Exactly. Gotta protect the good old US of A. And then I will draw my 2 cards, and I will do my Infectione. Tehran. This is not
You
good.
know, I could fly to Mumbai, move to you, and give you the cards you need, and you could cure yellow too.
You
But
have.
yellow's not scaring me right now.
You can only give
I
me
can
the
only
card
give
of
you
the city that I'm
the
on,
city then. Oh.
and then Cairo. So you can come over and help us.
Which ones?
Cairo and Tehran, which I just infected. This is not good
Why'd you infect them? I don't understand.
because that's how this turn works.
Oh,
2 at the end of every turn.
2 at the end of every turn.
And you
And
hope they're
then-
not like those now that have 3. 'Cause
If we
once
have-
there's 3, it's scary.
If we have another epidemic, then the infection rate goes up to 3, and then it's 3 every turn.
oh my god.
Yeah. Exactly.
Diseases don't wait for us.
Diseases don't wait for anybody, except that it's Scott's turn.
So
Scott, I think we're in a real pickle.
yeah, I actually think it's probably we don't. Do we remember if Jakarta was one of the ones? that-
Jakarta's in this pile.
Okay. So if I fly to Mumbai, that'd be 1 action. I could then go to Karachi,
It would be 1,
2,
2.
treat disease.
Mhm.
Oh no, don't go through to
Tehran.
Tehran, and I can cure disease there.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Because
And
we
I
need
can
to-
go to Cairo and remove one of those cubes.
Yeah, we're not in dire straits in yellow. Blue is not an issue at this point, but the gray in the middle is just.
Gray and red is bad.
The red is bad, but the red isn't as bad as the black
Yeah.
or the gray. So, all right, I'm going to do that. Fly me to Mumbai, then move me to Karachi. That's 2. Move me to
3,
Tehran, cure disease,
4.
and that would be my 4th action.
Okay, so then you draw 2 cards.
It's probably just going to be cities, right? Riyadh and Madrid. Okay. So I'm glad, just cities. Now we can see what cities get affected.
If you remember, as soon as we clear out all this blue, it's eradicated, and we flip this, and we can never get blue again.
Yeah.
Any blue card we draw will do nothing.
So, I mean,
But this is
can't,
more of a
I
problem.
can't get there quickly at this point.
This is more of a problem anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not scared of blue at the moment.
I'm not either.
I'm not scared of yellow at the moment either.
You also don't need to eradicate diseases to win, you just have to cure them. Okay.
Okay.
Did we, I don't think we drew your 2
Now
infection
we're going to
cards.
do the infection cards in terms of.
Okay. Karachi.
Yep.
Here.
And
Never heard that.
Pakistan,
Oh, okay.
and Bangkok. Ooh, East Asia looks bad.
I'm gonna donate to the Red Cross after this, guys. I promise.
Yeah. Think about all the work, the good work that those folks do.
Seriously.
Okay. It's my turn.
Yep.
I am going to go to Cairo. Treat disease. It's 1, 2. I'm going to fly to Jakarta. 3,
Oh, nice.
4.
Okay, that was very beneficial. We just have to hope that Bangkok isn't. Bangkok's not
You
gonna
just
come
drew
up.
Bangkok.
Right. Yeah, well, nothing in. We're safe for the moment.
Exactly. For the moment.
Yeah. Karachi is the next one. I gotta
Okay.
clear that out.
Now I draw 2 cards. Sydney, which is not bad. And London. Okay. Okay. And now I infect. Khartoum, the yellow, which is here. And St. Petersburg, which is blue. We haven't eradicated it yet, so it still gets a blue token.
Yeah.
But it's cured, so all you have to do is just walk over it.
Yeah.
Remove that. And they're also super spread out, I'm not worried.
So when I go through the city, do I have to spend the action
Nope.
of cure disease just being in it?
Because it's cured,
Right.
the
So it's
medic
like,
just
don't
has to
spread
be
the
there.
disease to the local doctors.
Exactly.
The beds. All right. I think the first thing I have to do is I gotta go to Karachi. Karachi.
1,
Cure it.
2.
I'm very proud of you guys. You're doing the Lord's work.
Totally. I can't get to Bangkok fast enough to clear it. I could go, that's 2, 3, 4. I could get to either Kolkata or Chennai. All right, move me 2 to Chennai. I want to get closer to Bangkok.
Draw your 2 cards.
Bangkok.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice. And Miami.
Okay. Make sure you don't have more than 7 cards.
Yeah, I do. I just got 8. So, do I have to discard before, or I can discard now that I've gone over?
And you discard now that you've gone
Okay.
over.
So, I don't think that I need Madrid
I don't
as
either.
much. So I'm gonna discard Madrid.
My recommendation as well,
What?
since you have Bangkok, my recommendation would be that you go to Bangkok, treat disease, and then build a research station there.
Yeah, but then I can also, if I could, okay, there's a couple things we could do. Oh, and once I'm there, I could cure the disease on yellow while I'm there.
You have to use 5 cards because you're not the scientist.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'll get 5 soon. Do you have a blue one? I mean, a yellow one that would be transferable to me?
We would have to be in that location.
What cities do you have?
I have Lagos, Buenos Aires, and Johannesburg.
Oh, okay.
Nothing that's
All
really
right.
close.
So then I'll do the infection. Probably nothing.
Essen is a blue.
Thank you.
And Chennai.
Bad geography.
Chennai.
Oh, so I'm right there.
But yeah.
Thank you. Oh, you're there. Okay.
It's black.
Yes.
Oh, why do we have it red?
Because it's spread there from a
Yeah.
outbreak.
When I cure disease there, can I cure
one color.
one color? So, or I can spend 2 turns on
Or you
it.
spend 2 turns and get.
I'm not gonna. I'll
just
get
do
rid of red. All right, then I'm done.
That's your turn. My turn. Okay, I have 5 actions. I'm going to. Go to Bangkok. 1, 2, just in case.
Okay.
The fear is real in this game.
If that card hasn't been shuffled back in. Yeah.
Still, but we don't know if we're not going to pull an
Yeah,
out
that's
of
true.
right. 1, 2.
That's right.
Three, I'll play St. Petersburg to go there. 4, and I'll just get rid of this one.
Okay.
That way, I'm going to draw some cards now. Hopefully get another yellow. Karachi. Taipei. I didn't get the yellow I needed to cure that disease. But let's go do that. 7. And Istanbul.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good thing I'm near there. Istanbul. And Osaka, Japan.
Yes, where are the houses?
Those are research stations. So that is where you have to go in order to create the cure for a disease. You have to be on a research station to do that. The other thing that you can do is you can use a single action to travel between any 2 research stations on the map.
Oh,
Yeah, it's super useful.
okay.
That's actually how you win the game, is by developing the cure for all the diseases before everyone dies.
Okay.
Okay, so on my turn, I'm going to cure the red on Chennai.
Okay. 1.
I'm going to.
I would cure and build the research station on Bangkok. It would be
Right.
2, cure, 4, build the research station.
Oh, it takes 2 to build a
It
research
takes
station.
1 to build the research station.
Right, but I could go through Jakarta then. 1, 2,
2,
cure. Oh. No.
3. And then if you build
No,
the
I
research
wouldn't.
station.
Yeah, go straight to Bangkok.
2,
Cure
3,
it,
and then research station.
Yeah.
You have to discard the Bangkok card.
Just good. I need the space anyway. So we're gonna need research station.
And then we can fly between any of those 3
Which is
locations.
super.
So you can fly to red, fly to black, fly to blue.
Bangkok needed it. It was just getting like hammered.
Yeah.
And you can travel on the lines from these 2 off to the other side.
Correct.
So it's not a flat world, it's a round world. Like the real world.
If the world's not flat, why are we playing on the board game?
It's flat. You didn't know that?
The world is
Jeez.
flat. Gosh.
Let's see what we get. What kind of, oh, event, airlift, play any time, not an action. Move any 1 pawn to any city, get permission before moving another player's pawn.
That's awesome.
And Milan. Damn.
6, 7. I would get rid of. You gotta get rid of a card. That card still takes up a spot in your hand.
Okay. I don't need Milan.
No, you're fine.
So you're Milan. And
There's only 1.
do you need to get anywhere right now?
No.
Okay. 'Cause I don't see anything that's like epidemic, like epic at this point.
The only thing that would be really good for that is if we met in one of these yellow
Yeah.
cities that you had a card for
Yeah.
that you could give me, and then you airlift me to a research station.
What yellow cities do you have?
I have Johannesburg, Buenos Aires, and Lagos. What do you have? Do you have Khartoum?
I don't. I have Miami, Santiago, Kinshasa, and Mexico City. But we could fly to Atlanta.
Well, no.
I can go directly to Atlanta on my turn.
You have-
I can fly you.
You have to
on
give
my
me
turn.
the card in that city.
No, move anyone.
No,
oh,
no, no.
oh,
I mean,
you're right.
like,
You're right.
like if you,
Oh, you're right.
if
That's
you want to
right.
give me
Making
Kinshasa,
mistake,
we
right.
both have to be in Kinshasa.
Right.
And you give me Kinshasa.
I could get close enough to Miami though. I could get to Atlanta
That's true.
and then go to Miami.
I could fly to Atlanta.
and then
I
you
go
could-
1, 2, 3, 4, and then go to Miami. And then I can go back to Atlanta to develop here.
Right, but it would take you 2 turns to get to Miami, unless I moved you
Correct.
close enough that you could bounce to Miami.
Correct.
It would take me 2 turns to get there.
So I can do other stuff.
So you could do 2 different things, and then I could move you at the end of your turn to let your ass right to Miami. But that wouldn't get you in. Oh, and then you could do the cure, right?
Let's do your
Let's do
infection.
my
Mumbai.
diseases. I mean, I don't like saying it, but I think things are a little more
Buenos
controlled at
Aires.
the moment. Knock on wood.
Right.
Hope they don't get epically
It's a
awful.
little bit better.
No, it's not.
It's spreading. It's spreading virulently. Okay,
Your turn.
my turn.
And we'll play a 3-player game right after this one.
Oh, thank you.
You'll have fun. It's a cool game.
Okay.
You have time?
Yeah, about till like 5:30.
Okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
game's a 45-minute game.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we actually should be able to.
If things go well, we should
win soon.
win this one.
Okay.
It looked terrible for the
It
first
was
turn.
so bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I had anxiety when I sat down at this table. Like,
Yeah. And you probably have to wash your hands now. Don't forget, you need to, at the end of your turn, I have to move you to Miami.
I know.
And you don't even need a move left.
No, I can use all my
Use
actions.
all your actions, and then I can move you
Yeah.
to Miami. Very nice.
Trying to decide what I want to do though. How are you gonna get? Oh, you're just gonna fly through Atlanta. Got it.
Yep, fly to Atlanta and then go to Miami. Actually, I'll go to Washington, Cure, and then go to Miami.
Yeah.
2, 3. Giving you the card is an action, right?
Yep.
Yep. And then you can cure on your turn yellow.
Trying to decide what the best use of my turn would be then. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And then on your turn, I will
And then-
airlift you.
Wait, let me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna drop my card.
That's
Oh
a good
no. Epidemic.
Okay.
Increase. Infect.
I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
Sao Paulo gets infected. Okay. 3 there. 2 more. Okay, here we go. Then we take this, shuffle it. Thankfully, it's a big enough deck that hopefully we don't draw.
Yeah. Here's how it can just go bad
All at once.
it can all end up in horrible shape very quickly.
I just looked away for a second. Sao Paulo's dying. Like, what'd you do?
We got an
We
epidemic.
got an epidemic yet. So
South
we got
America
3.
doesn't need this. I mean, you guys.
On an epidemic, it
Okay,
gets
then we
3.
draw 3 cards. St. Petersburg, Bangkok, Khartoum. Bangkok gets 1, Khartoum gets 1, St. Petersburg gets 1.
Oh, Khartoum has 1 already. Oh, it gets 1, right?
Gets 1. Bangkok, Khartoum, and St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Okay. It's not the worst.
It was not horrible.
Now we
Sao
draw.
Paulo's
Now I have to draw my second card. Which is it's a yellow. Perfect. I don't even need to go to Miami. Karachi.
You can do it from anywhere?
I can do it from any research station.
Then you usually go to Atlanta, right? Okay.
And I can cure yellow. You should go to
Actually,
Sao
I
Paulo.
can get to, how close am I get? Oh, Santiago. Oh, 1, 2. That's not actually that close. Mexico City, 1. Actually, Mexico City is closer. I can fly there and go to.
Well, no, you can fly to Miami. This will automatically cure. And then you go boop boop.
Oh, I didn't need to use
Okay, so Karachi's gone. And then, so I drew my 2 cards, and now I infect. One.
Wait, didn't you? Oh,
No, that was part of the epidemic. 2, 3. So Chennai gets 1. Jakarta gets 1. Thank goodness I removed that one from there before. And Istanbul gets 1.
Man, we use red cards bad.
Yeah, I have 2 anymore.
One.
Jakarta gets 1. Wow, that's bad. Okay. That's my turn.
I'm gonna fly you to Atlanta. Oh, actually, maybe you can cure it over there.
I'm gonna do it here.
So you're just gonna walk there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna go 1,
Yeah,
2, develop the cure.
So I'm gonna go to. Actually, how many are in where I'm at?
I would
Bangkok?
1. I would go to
Yeah, I'm
Jakarta.
gonna go to Jakarta, empty it. Then I'm gonna go to Chennai.
That's 1,
1,
2.
2, 3.
Well, you got. I was okay.
What? What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say try and get to Sao Paulo if you can. 'Cause as soon as I
yeah.
cure yellow,
Right.
all you have to do is walk over the yellow.
Yeah.
It won't even cost you your turn.
Oh, but I don't even need to make that move.
I would go
Right.
1, cure
2.
2.
Right. 3, and then go to Sao Paulo.
You don't have to go to the research station. You just discard, or you can just airlift yourself there.
Do I want to use that? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll use it.
3.
Yeah, so there.
Well, this doesn't even
And then-
count as an action. It was just
Oh,
1,
you're
2. You're here. You can treat disease.
Right.
3.
Clear that.
Clear it.
Oh, that's 3.
Yeah. This isn't an action.
2. No cost.
3.
3. Oh yeah. Okay. Then I will go to.
I would go to Lhasa. So you can get your way back towards the Middle East.
Yeah.
4.
And then the cards, probably the epidemics. Cairo and Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
I have too many cards.
You don't need the 5 yellows because I'm about
Yeah, I
to cure
know.
yellow.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
So I would discard a yellow. Because I'm
Although
about to
the
cure.
African ones are good to be able to get close to the gray
Yeah,
when
so
I need them.
I would
So
get rid of Sao Paulo.
I'm gonna keep that one. Yeah, Sao Paulo.
Or Mexico City.
Actually,
Mexico City
Miami,
sucks.
because I can get to Atlanta
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah, get rid of Miami. Sorry guys, I know we're in Florida. We have to get rid of Miami. It's gone now.
All right, let's see what kind of epidemics we probably starting no epidemics. Probably.
We have 3 cards. 3 cards now instead of 2. This infection rate is bogus. Washington, no, that's not good. Algiers, and Tehran.
Not good. Oh, good. We head that way. None of them are go over.
Algiers, Tehran.
Freedom's dying, Jake. I just want you to know that.
Listen, we will fix this. We will make this happen. We will fix it. We'll make it all okay. My turn? My
It's
turn.
your turn.
1, 2, 3. Cured yellow. 3, 4. I'm gonna fly with them, just in case.
I'm gonna hit.
Okay, here we go. Epidemic. Sorry.
Moves up 1.
What's the bottom card? Chicago. Chi-Town. We have an outbreak. Chicago gets 3,
Yeah.
which means Chicago gets 2.
And then
San
going
Francisco-
around a bit.
San Francisco gets 1.
Oh, it's got a ton.
Montreal gets 1.
LA. Oh no, it's
Yeah. No, all of them. LA gets 1, Atlanta gets 1.
Mexico City and Atlanta.
And did you move the outbreak tracker?
Nope.
Okay. So that's not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's bad. Okay, that goes there. Then we shuffle this tiny deck.
To do it again. And if we get Chicago again, oh my god.
You need to apologize to Kanye. Like
Sorry,
right
Kanye. Okay, so, we put these on top. And then we draw 3. Algiers. Chennai. Tehran. This is not looking good. Algiers.
I never even heard Chennai before like this hour, and you guys are mean to it. I don't
Chennai.
get it. Like,
Tehran. Okay. Now I draw my second card.
The good thing is you can just move through them, go boop, 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 and they're just dead as you go.
One quiet night. Skip the next infect cities. I play this right now. I do not infect 3 more cities.
Oh wow, that was a good call. Was that your first or second card?
That was my second card.
Oh, what was your first card?
Epidemic.
Oh yeah, that.
Then I play this. We don't infect. End of my turn. No mas. Scott, it's your turn.
Well, that's interesting because that gives us a little time to do something. I can go through and clear out some of the ones in the Middle East. I could actually, let's see, what can I get to? I can go to either
Well, you need.
Tehran. Riyadh's empty. Tehran has 2. I can go to Tehran. That'd be 1 clear.
How are you gonna get there?
I need to get to Algiers. I'm gonna go doop 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 and clear it.
Okay.
I think that's
So do that.
1, 2.
These go away.
Oh yeah, I went through that. I forgot that way. Algiers and Atlanta and Baghdad. How many cards for each? 7, 8, 9. I have to discard 2. Atlanta, I don't need. Oh, maybe I do. I probably do.
We ignored the United States, and now it's in a state of absolute panic. I can actually clean that.
The Kinshasa is good.
I can go
It gets
1
close to
clear,
it.
2, 3, but I won't be able to clear.
And you don't have to draw an epidemic, right? Or is that me that does?
I didn't have
I
to
didn't get
draw
one.
to infect.
Right.
You still
I
have
did.
to draw to
Okay.
infect.
I'm going to keep Kinshasa. I think I'm going to dump Mexico City. Because I can keep Atlanta, and it's probably a better one to get to. I still need to dump another one. Sao Paulo. Okay, that's 2.
Okay. And then we draw 3. Chicago.
This is going to be so awful. Okay, so San Francisco,
Outbreak.
LA, Mexico City, Atlanta, Montreal, all get hit.
I need you.
Down 1. Yeah, I'm going to head over that way. I'm glad I kept the Atlanta quiet.
Washington. Washington.
Shit.
We might lose. Straight up. Outbreak.
Yeah. So, New York. Hey.
Atlanta. Montreal.
Montreal,
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Miami.
Miami.
That's it.
Ooh.
If we get Jakarta. Okay.
Wow.
That was bad. That was a bad turn.
This country needs you guys.
This avian flu is just crazy. We don't even know where it came from. It just exploded all over the U.S.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
All right.
We have 1 blue cube left. If that gets put somewhere, we lose automatically. If you ever run out of a color, you lose.
Yeah, you should start emptying them out as you walk.
Guys, your country needs you.
That only works for you.
I know, but you need to empty Atlanta while you're there. Because we know it'll come back in the
Yeah.
card in the deck. Chicago will come back.
Yeah, I know.
You can hit those 2. And Washington, I mean, you can't hit all 3.
My turn.
Actually, you could. You're not going to roll for an epidemic on yours.
Nope.
You could leave
Well,
Atlanta
no.
for me.
No, I still am gonna have to draw cards. There's
Oh.
no more epidemics, but it was just that turn.
So what's the risk of Atlanta getting it? Maybe you shouldn't. The
Atlanta.
other
Well,
ones.
we just pulled Washington and Chicago. There's still a chance we'll pull Montreal. There's a chance we'll pull some of these.
Yeah.
But we're not going to pull Washington or Chicago because we just pulled it.
Okay.
So I'm going to clear Atlanta. So 1,
1,
2, 3, 4. I'm going to clear Montreal.
okay.
Then I'm going to draw 2.
Didn't you also save Washington?
No.
No. Okay.
I thought you just had to go. Oh,
No,
only me.
That's you. 2, 3. Here we go. Here are my cards. Not knowing, in fact. St. Petersburg. Thank goodness I did that, because otherwise we would have just lost it. Bangkok. We may still lose
Here
yet.
comes Asia again.
He's just coming back with a vengeance. Khartoum.
I haven't seen that in a while.
I think next time we'll play on easy mode.
I think this is cool. I don't mind the challenge. It's exciting. I just would love to win one.
Yeah.
I've never won. This is a game that's hard to win.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to fly to Atlanta.
1.
1.
Okay.
Okay, now what matters here is 2. I could go 2, 3, 4, or I could go 2, 3, 4, and empty those 3s. Yeah, that's probably the safer bet, not to leave any of those.
To do that.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. I just wish you weren't in the middle of where I wasted I lost useful space. 2 cards, probably something awesome. San Francisco. Actually, not a terrible thing at the moment. And Chennai.
You
I
have
have too many now.
4
3,
black
6,
cards.
7. Yes. Oh.
Which means that you should get rid of something that we don't need, meaning like a blue or a yellow.
A yellow. I don't really need.
If you can
Santiago.
get a black card, you can develop the cure.
Yeah. I'll get rid of Santiago. I don't need that. And a cure for black would be great because they keep coming up anyway. Right.
I might meet you in Delhi. I have the Delhi card. I might meet you here.
Oh, so we both.
So I can give you this card, and then you can go to a research station and
But you
develop
can't
the
give
cure.
it if you use it, so you'd have to.
No. I'm going to use a research station to fly here. I can go there on my turn.
Okay.
I can go 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I can get to is Karachi.
I can end my turn in. I could go 1, 2.
No, it wouldn't.
I
work.
could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and wipe those blues out
Yeah.
in that area. I think we need to get blue out of there.
Okay.
But you don't need to be here for that.
No, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go over.
Try and get over there because on my next turn I'll get to Atlanta and get over. And if I get a black on the way, I'll just do it.
Okay.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I go
You haven't done anything yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, and go to Chennai. Too bad I can't cure it right now. Montreal.
That's pretty useful actually.
Moscow.
Back for something. Oh, Moscow's good.
Okay, and now Istanbul.
Not hating that. I don't like that it has so many, but I'm a little less terrified of it at the moment.
Cairo.
Oh, it could be they're starting to load up in the Middle East again.
Yeah, it's bad. It's kind of scary. Karachi.
Well, it's too bad there weren't some blues in there. Now while I'm in here, I could go and clear them all and more.
Where's Karachi? Oh, right here. That's scary.
So your turn's over.
My turn is over.
1, 2, 3, 4. Tokyo. Resilient population. Remove any one card in the infection discard pile from the game. You may play this between the infect and intensify steps of an epidemic. Do we need that?
I would hold on to it.
Okay.
Because if we have one more outbreak, we automatically lose.
Oh, that's true.
So this is like if there is another epidemic and there's a card, there's a city
Get rid of Sanford.
that
And I'm going to get rid of Tokyo or Seoul. I can get to Tokyo from where I'm at.
Yep.
Seoul, I don't need any of the red at the moment. I'm going to get rid of Tokyo. And then that's it. Damn, I need to get a black one. I was hoping to get a black one.
Essen, Lima, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, now I may have to go down there. I may have to walk my way over these places.
And Atlanta.
Why do you guys hate Atlanta so much? You keep going back to it.
It's where the CDC is.
There.
Oh my god.
Diseases don't care.
You know how many diseases are sitting around Atlanta because of that, probably?
I'm getting a lot of messages about your donuts, by the way. You got some fans right now.
Oh, dope. So excited. Who's
no,
winning? Neither of us. No one is winning. The diseases are winning.
Yeah, this is a cooperative game where we either win together or we lose together. And right now it's
Losing, primarily.
The problem is we've gotten too far down here.
Yeah.
If we had been back one or two more, I'd be thinking we'd be doing okay, but we're just too.
We are one outbreak away from just straight up losing. When did this
Game
game
come
come out? Haven't heard of it. Matt,
This is
you're
not a new game.
you're our official Googler.
Oh, okay.
This big game's been out for a while now. There's a lot of expansions to it by this time. This is a game of we're trying to save the world from all the diseases. We're basically the CDC and whatever other international agencies trying to stop these diseases, and you do it collectively. You know, it's a win all, lose all.
It's a zero-sum game.
This game came out 11 years ago in the United States, and it's spread like an epidemic since. So.
Okay.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do cure treat. One.
Yeah, that's useful.
2, 3, 4. Draw 2 cards. Lima. Which I don't really need. Epidemic.
And we lose.
Nope, we don't lose unless we have an outbreak.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I'm gonna I'm not gonna discard Lima. I'm gonna discard Bogota. Okay, now let's have our epidemic. Let's see. We intensify. Wow, 4 is bad.
Yeah.
We may lose. This may be the last turn.
Yeah, at this very moment.
You may be watching it right here. Manila. The Thrilla in Manila, and we have an outbreak because there's 1 token on there. I would have to add 3.
Yeah.
We have an outbreak. Game over.
We cannot hold the diseases at bay. The world
And we
crumbles
lose.
into zombie apocalypse or some other, probably a bird flu apocalypse or something.
But you know what, guys? We
collectively
saved Kanye.
lost.
We did save Kanye.
We did save Kanye.
We did save Kanye.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So we're gonna set up and play one more. We're gonna play a 3-player one,
Alright.
and then.
and
Are you
then
ready to try and help us save the world?
I can try.
It's pretty futile, seemingly. I've never
Oh.
won this game.
Okay.
Have you ever won it?
I have a bunch of times.
Optimistic.
Really?
Yeah. Never with 2 players. Never won with 2 players.
Yeah.
Like, you guys
It's
are
hard.
optimistic as hell right now, aren't you?
I'm not optimistic about this. I've never seen it happen. I don't believe it happens.
We're gonna take
Only with his luck.
we're gonna take a quick
Yeah.
like
5 minute?
5-minute bathroom break, and
Yeah.
then we'll get back.
Bio
And
break.
We'll be
See you in a few.
trying to save the world.